Welcome back, everyone, to the Bears Private Plays YouTube channel. Today is Sunday, August 18th, and I'm back breaking down the Sunday slate of games in the MLB. For the first play of the day, it's going to be a match between my Nationals going up against the Phillies. For the second play of the day and the best play of the day, it's going to be a match between the Red Sox and the Orioles. 4 total player props for today's games, and 2 best player props being towards the end of the video. I hope everybody enjoys their Sunday, and let's break down some ball. All right, guys, I am recording again on Friday morning, and I will be recording Saturday and Sunday's videos for the MLB slates on Friday morning, which is today for me. So I'm talking to you from the past to the future. I'm going out of town this weekend. If you guys didn't catch the video on Saturday, not going to have my laptop with me, but I have not missed a recording in nearly 2 years. So I'm going to drop these plays out for you guys on Saturday and Sunday, give you guys something to look at. I am going to go off the projected starting pitchers for these games, and if the projected starting pitcher is not pitching whenever the games come out on Saturday and Sunday, void the play. Usually I'd be able to change my picks because I'd wait a little bit to record, but I can't this weekend. So if the starting pitching is not going to be pitching in this game, either side, doesn't matter. If the starting pitcher's out, I'm not going to be counting it towards my overall record, and I'm not going to recommend it as a play. But with that being said, thought I'd give you guys a little bit something to look at for Saturday and Sunday. Going to be a little bit shorter video, but at least there is something to look at, give you guys some ideas, bouncing plays off of each other. So let's take a look at the plays for Sunday. We're going to start with the Nationals going up against the Phillies. That is clearly not that. That is it right there. Nationals going up against the Phillies here. Keep in mind that these are recorded on Friday, so if we don't have the starting pitch in this game, void it and disregard the line because I don't have a line to go off of. But these are going to be a little bit shorter breakdowns again, but I will give you the meat and potatoes of this game. Right now, as of Friday, it's supposed to be Jake Irvin on the mound going up against the Nationals, Tajon Walker on the mound for the Phillies. A couple months ago, if you asked me about Jake, I would have told you I would have chopped off my thumb if he didn't go out there and give me a quality start. That was 2 thumbs ago, and I'm running out of fingers to give up because over the last several games, he's been a disaster. He did have himself a bounce-back start going up against the Orioles in his last game, and that's the guy that I know from earlier this season. Before that game, he had given up 4+ runs in 4 of his previous 6 games, and that's not good pitching. This needs to be our ace. He has not been performing like one. With all that being said, I like the fact that he had a bounce-back start going up against a really good team in the O's. His numbers on the season, they're not bad. 3.72 ERA, 1.13 whip. Tajon Walker has been absent for the majority of the season, and whenever he's on the mound, he's not been very good. Give me the Nats in this game on the money line as the play. The numbers for Walker this season, 5.68 ERA, 1.51 whip, giving up 3+ runs in 6 of his previous 7 games, only having 1 start in the month of August, no starts in July. He has not been pitching well for the Phillies whenever he's on the mound, and I don't expect him to just all of a sudden be able to pitch well in this game going up against the Nats. I will take the better pitching. I know the Nationals guys are not a very good team, but they do have random games where they can put up 8+, 10+ runs. I like this to be one of those random games. Give me the Nats here on the money line as the play. For the player prop on the screen, give me James Wood of the Nats to go over 1.5 bases going up against the Phillies. James has slowed down just a little bit over the last couple games, but his numbers on the season in the short time that he's been at the major league level have been very good. This is going to be a left against right matchup, and going up against right-handed pitching this season, he does have a batting average of 264 with 8 extra base hits out of 23 in total. He has a ton of speed, a ton of power, getting a variety of hits over the last several games. He has 4 home runs, 5 doubles, 3 triples. He can beat you in a lot of ways. He can turn singles into doubles, and with the way Walker has been pitching this season, I've got no issue taking him here. Give me James here, over 1.5 bases as the play. For the second play of the day and the best play of the day, it's going to be the Boston Red Sox going up against the Baltimore Orioles. This is a very big series for these teams. These guys are pretty close in the standings with the O's and the Yankees nearly tied at the top day by day. I believe the Red Sox might be a handful of games back, so they desperately need to win at least a couple of these games in this series. I'm not going to take a winner and a loser in this game. I'm taking the over, which it should come out at 8.5 runs. I'll play it up to 9.5 runs. That's a play. Remember, disregard all the spreads on the screen because I don't have the spread for this game, but I do have the projected starter. Cutter Crawford for the Red Sox, Trevor Rogers for the Orioles. Both guys on the season have been struggling over the last several games, especially Cutter Crawford, who is one of the best arms in baseball early in the season, but now he has given up 4+ runs in 5 consecutive games. He did have a better start going up against the Rangers in his last game, but he still gave up 4 runs after going 4 innings of scoreless baseball with no hits. It seems like whenever he had a bad pitch or if he gives up a few too many base hits in a row, he just starts to spiral out of control. He now has a 4.21 ERA on the season with a 1.11 whip. And this was a guy who had an ERA of 2 back at the start of June. He's giving up way too many hits right now, and the Orioles are actually playing some pretty good baseball again. They're back to what we saw before the All-Star break. If the trends stay the same for Crawford, he's going to give up another 5 runs in this game going up against the O's, and then Trevor Rogers can do the rest for us. The Red Sox, they have been pretty good on the season putting up runs, and this is going to be a great match for them going up against Rogers. He has a 7.53 ERA and a 1.88 whip on the season with the O's. This was a trade at the deadline for the Orioles coming over from the Marlins, but it has not helped them out at all. Over the first 3 games with the team going up against the Nationals, Guardians, and Blue Jays, he's given up 12 earned runs, 13 runs in total, giving up 6+ hits in all 3 of those games. I like the over in this one. I think both teams are very good at hitting. I don't like either pitcher on the mound. Both of them are struggling over the last several games. Give me the over. 8.5 runs played up to 9.5 runs. That's the play there. For the player prop on the screen, I'm going to go with Rafael Devers of the Red Sox over 1.5 bases. This is going to be a left-on-left matchup, but the way Rogers has been playing this season, we don't have any issue taking this one for Devers. Trevor Rogers over the last 3 games, again, he's given up 6+ hits in every game, and Devers on the season hasn't been bad going up against left-handed pitching. He does have a 258 batting average, which is still pretty good going up against the left side with 9 doubles, 4 home runs, 3 triples. He has 16 extra base hits. He has cooled down just a little bit over the last couple games, but I don't expect that to continue going up against Rogers here. It's a really good matchup for Devers. I'll take the best here on the field, over 1.5 bases as the play there. Let's go on to the best player props of the day. We are going to start with the Royals going up against the Reds. I'm going to take the MVP of the 2024 season, Bobby Witt Jr. of the Royals, over 1.5 bases. I'm going to start with the numbers for Andrew because he has been all over the place this season. He's coming in with a 3.59 ERA, 1.29 whip, coming off a really good start going up against the Cardinals where he went nearly 7 innings, only giving up 1 run in that game. In his previous 3 starts, though, going up against the Marlins, Giants, and the Rays, he gave up a total of 21 hits, 12 runs. He wasn't able to get past the 5th inning in any of those games. He has been giving up way too many hits, 5+ hits in 6 consecutive games. I'm not really concerned about the runs given up. I am concerned about the hits given up, and I'm also concerned about how many home runs he has given up over the last 4 games. That number would be 6 over the last 4 games, and we're going to see the best player in baseball have a couple extra bases in this game. Bobby on the season, he's been fantastic going up against both left and right-handed pitching. He does not get a lot of attempts going up against left-handed pitching, but he does crush them. He has a batting average of 341 this season going up against left-handed pitching, and we're going to see the fastball over 50% of the time in this game. He hits that at a clip of 305. If Andrew was trying to set him up with the fastball, then work the sweeper in, that's not going to work either because he's hitting that sweeper at a 355 clip this year, and there's really nothing that you can throw at Bobby that's going to throw him off. I love this kid for the Royals, and I love this play here. Over 1.5 bases as the best batting prop. For the best pitching prop of the day, we're going to be looking at the Giants going up against the Athletics. I'm taking Blake Snell under 2.5 runs going up against the A's. There's a possibility that this one comes out at under 1.5 runs just because of how well Blake Snell has been pitching over the last couple games. But I do think it's going to be 2.5 because the Athletics, they've actually been putting up some pretty good numbers over the last week. The story of Blake Snell has been fun to watch this season. He started the year with nearly a 18 ERA in his first couple games. The Giants decided to sit him down with an injury. He made his comeback in the middle of July, and since then he's been nearly unstoppable. He has 5 games over the last 7 that he hasn't allowed any runs. He has a complete game no-hitter with 11 strikeouts going up against the Reds in that span of time. He has 2 games going up against the Twins and the Blue Jays where he only gave up 1 hit in those games. And then in the last game against the Braves, everybody watched that one as he battled out with Chris Sale. Both of those guys went 6+ innings, but Blake Snell, he only gave up 2 hits, 11 strikeouts again. His once double-digit ERA is now sitting at 3.91. He has given up a total of 5 runs over the last 7 games, and I think the biggest surprise that I've seen on Snell over the last couple of games is that the strikeouts. He's had 8+ strikeouts in 4 consecutive games, 11+ strikeouts in 3 of those 4 games. The control, it's always been a little bit of a problem for him. That's why he has so many walks, but I don't see any problem if he's giving up 3 walks per game, also going 6+ innings, giving up no runs, striking out 11. I'll take that every single day of the week. The Athletics this season, they are bottom 5 hitting team in baseball. They are pretty good against the fastball, but they are not very good going up against off-speed pitches. And Blake Snell, with the way that he's been striking people out, is going to have this entire lineup rocking like a horse. Give me Blake Snell here, under his total runs allowed as the play. Let's go over to the graphic recap for Sunday. We are going to start with the Nationals on the money line going up against the Phillies. Jake Irvin, I will trust him. James Wood, over 1.5 bases, getting that matchup against Tajon Walker. Rafael Devers, over 1.5 bases, going up against the O's. The over 8.5 runs, played up to 9.5 runs in the Red Sox-Orioles game. Bobby Witt Jr., over 1.5 bases, going up against the Reds. And then Blake Snell, under 2.5, maybe play that at under 1.5 if it comes out a little bit lower. Guys, that's going to do it for the MLB Picks and Props for Sunday, August 18th slate games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please sure to drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching.